Is high ticket coaching dead? That is the question that people are now asking themselves. So there's a lot of chatter happening on the interwebs talking about what is and isn't trending. This obviously is nothing new. This is totally normal. But what caught my attention is now there's this talk about how in the coaching industry, less and less people are purchasing high ticket and moving more toward scaled offers and a more scaled type of business. This is what got my attention. I have a lot of thoughts on this. So if you are confused on the correct way to run your business, if you're wondering, is high ticket coaching dead? Is this something that you're wasting your time and your effort on? Should you be moving to a different model? I am going to put your mind at ease and we're going to settle it all in this episode. Let's go. Welcome to All In with Allie, the podcast for online business owners and entrepreneurs who are ready to create their life and business of their dreams. Can I just, for two seconds, I got a new camera, okay? I hope to God you can tell. I hope this is the most stunning quality video you've ever watched. I hope your eyeballs are in love and glued to the screen. And I hope you give me a little engagement and love, because when I tell you the amount of effort it has taken just as a podcaster to create a high quality experience for you, you wouldn't think it would be that complicated. It really shouldn't be that complicated, but my God, I invested in this camera, which I was so happy to get. Hopefully we're loving it. I think it looks great. Fingers crossed, it's all going to be beautiful for you. But like setting it up. And then I was on the phone today with my podcast team, Kate and Philip, because the system that I was using was not working and my camera was overheating and my computer was going to blow up. And it was a whole thing. But we have made it. I'm sitting here, I'm recording. So far, so good. It doesn't look like anything's going to explode. So I'm just thankful to be here talking to you. So I don't even care that I flubbed the intro because I need to get this MFR done. And I'm excited to talk about this. So what's going on with the coaching industry? What's going on with these trends? If you want to sell high ticket, if you're currently selling high ticket, which by the way, let's define what high ticket is. High ticket is subjective, obviously. That's like asking or saying, what's expensive? It depends on who you're talking to. For our purposes, I'm going to say high ticket is anything over $1,000. To me, low ticket is maybe like under 100 or maybe like 100 or 200. Mid is anything under $1,000. And then high ticket is going to go up from there. And it can go up. As I'm sure you're aware. So that's what I would call high ticket. This is why I wanted to talk about this, because most people listening, if you have an online business, you likely have a high ticket offer or you want to have a high ticket offer. Maybe you're wondering if this is something that you should want to have, or maybe not anymore because there's all of these trend reports going around telling you that you're headed toward business hell if you dare to sell anything over $1,000. I disagree. And here's why. Saying high ticket coaching is dead. And by the way, those are my words. But saying that like nobody is buying high ticket coaching anymore, that's like saying interior design is dead, or personal shopping, or like hiring a stylist, or getting a custom piece of jewelry. Like nobody's going to be making custom jewelry anymore. Nobody is going to be hiring a travel agent to create a custom experience for them. Nobody is going to be buying a luxury good or a custom bespoke anything. That is typically what high ticket coaching is. Obviously, that's not entirely true, right? Like it can be, high ticket coaching can look like many different things. Sometimes it can be a highly transformational program or course or pre-recorded something. It absolutely can. It can be some sort of certification that's pre-recorded that doesn't include any kind of hands-on whatever. Absolutely. But often it is a custom experience. Okay. Now, here's my stance on this. At the end of the day, whether we're talking about coaching or shoes or food or you name any experience under the sun, there will be a buyer for every price point until the end of time. Always, forever. This will never change. Economy be damned. Trend reports be damned. Doesn't matter. There might be, the pendulum's going to swing. That's normal. But there will be a buyer at every price point until the end of time, and a lot of buyers, way more buyers than your business probably will ever know what to do with until you super scale. And then that would be a different conversation. But for most of us listening, most of us here, our capacity for the amount of people that we can serve, at least on this level, right? On a custom experience level is less than 100, right? So you're telling me there's not 100 people that want to buy, and obviously, we're one person, but I think you get what I'm saying. There will be trends until the end of time. The pendulum will always swing. There will be a preference, right? There will be trends of preferences. Like I remember last summer, I was putting out a ton of content and a ton of trainings that were lower ticket on how to money stack lower ticket offers because that was trending in the moment. So again, the pendulum's going to swing back and forth. So here's what I want to say to you. The question isn't, is high ticket coaching dead and not working anymore? That's not the question. The question is always, what makes the most sense for you, your values, and your business's mission? And also, maybe even most importantly, what makes the most sense for the client that you want to serve? That should always be the question. Not what is so-and-so doing, not what does so-and-so think, even if you look up to them, even if it's me, right? I give my opinions on things. I talk about trends from time to time. There are certain ways, like I said, last summer, I was playing with some more low ticket offers and I taught you how to do the same, but everybody else be damned. Trend reports be damned. The question should be what makes the most sense for you, your mission, your values, and who you want to serve. So for example, I personally offer mostly custom coaching experiences because it is my personal mission in my business to, number one, help you monetize your genius. That's the first goal. When you come into my world, let's monetize the hell out of the brilliance in your mind. That's number one. And then number two, after that, once we get that up and going, I am here to support you in becoming and positioning yourself as unparalleled in your industry. I am here to help you be the one, the go-to in your respective industry. Now, unless you are very knowledgeable on how to navigate and manage online business, everything from your brand to your offers, to your marketing, to your back end, and everything in between, what I want to help you do is not easily translated in a course, not at the level that I want to do it. And also, if you're that knowledgeable, you're probably not looking to me for support or anybody else at that point, right? So a course can get one far. I love a course. I'm here for it. But it's my mission to take women further. That means something to me. I don't have to do that. I could create low ticket and mid ticket and courses all day long and run ads to them and prop my feet up on a beach. I could absolutely do that. But I get off on supporting a woman do what she's here to do and actually go further than that, right? I'm here to support a woman monetize her genius and become unparalleled in her industry, whether it's one woman or 50 women. That's what I want to do. That's my prerogative. That's my mission. And that's what I value currently as a business owner. This could always change, but currently that's where we're at, hence why I offer what it is that I do. So this is why I have a lot of courses. I have a lot of masterclasses, I have a lot of courses, a lot of trainings, love them. They're fantastic, but I use those as gateways to maybe coaching or complements to my coaching. Or again, if you got it and you don't need any more support and you can get what you can get out of a course, fantastic. But that's not typically the case with the women that I support because this isn't their thing. Their passion isn't online business. That's my passion, right? Their passion is whatever their respective thing is. So that's what makes this so difficult. And this is why I want to talk about this on today's podcast, because at the end of the day, we just want to do what we're good at, right? At the end of the day, you were put on this planet to do something very specific, probably many different things. But when you want that to translate into a business, you not only need to be good at that thing that you're good at and that you want to be known for, right? The genius that we're wanting to monetize, but also you have to understand online business. So I want to talk about this because I know that there are so many questions. There's so much confusion. And all this does is it clouds your judgment. It creates a lot of noise. It creates a lot of confusion and frustration. And at worst, it creates this insidious stop and go, because I see this all the time. Women, they're just trying to stay in their lane. They're trying to do what they're good at, but so-and-so said this, so-and-so said that. And then they're wondering if they're doing the right things. They're questioning everything. And it turns into this super negative spiral. I'm sure you can relate. Okay. So that's why I'm so thankful that the coaching industry is a thing, because it allows women like me and other businesses like me to support women like you in doing what you need to do at the scale that you want to do it. Now, I made a post, actually, I made it today as I record this, where I was talking about a client of mine who recently, she is a doctor and she had her own practice and she went virtually. Actually, I have a couple of doctor clients who are doing this, but this one in particular, she was taking her business virtual and she has this incredible offer. And, she put it out into the world and crickets. Nobody responded. I mean, I'm talking like nobody even inquired about this thing. So we start working together. We're looking at it. I'm kind of deep diving into her stuff, doing what I do. And I see the issue here. I see, okay, there's number one, there's an issue with the pricing. So we fix that. Number two, the messaging, god awful. Got to fix that. Number three, she had like these barriers to entry, right? Like you had to jump through all these hoops to get to her. You had to just to like get in this offer that she had. You had to fill out an application, then you had to book a discovery call. It's like, okay, maybe for certain things that might make sense, but for this particular offer, like let's if people want to pay you money, let's make it easy for people to pay you money. So long story short, we made these 3 tweaks in her strategy and her messaging, and she went from 0 sales to over $20,000 in cash money sales. Actually, 20.5 thousand to be exact, 20,500 to be exact, in 4 days from these 3 tweaks. Okay. Pretty simple tweaks, by the way, to her offer and her messaging. But had she not put herself in the room with me or somebody who understands online business, the part of the equation that she's trying to nail, that she's trying to master, that she does not understand at all, had she not put herself in the room with me, or again, it could be anybody who knows what they're doing, there is a really good chance that she would not have made the changes that I suggested that she make, and she would still be sitting in her crickets, or where nothing is really happening, especially in terms of sales in her business. And unfortunately, probably internalizing that. This is another reason why I get so passionate. I get so fired up. I could get so fired up talking about this. This frustrates me to no end because the amount of women that I know are beyond brilliant, have some of the best ideas, some of the best offers and talent on the planet as it relates to their industry. Truly, truly unparalleled, or should be unparalleled. But because they don't understand the online business portion, they throw something out there. They don't really know what they're doing. It's like trying to swim from watching a video and learning how to swim. They're drowning. But instead of saying, oh, it's because I don't know how to swim, they're saying, oh, it's because I suck. Oh, it's because I guess I'm not meant to do this. Oh, I should have just stayed in the in-person practice, or I should have kept the corporate job, or maybe I'm just not cut out. Maybe everybody else is lying about the sales. I don't know, because this is not working for me. And they internalize it versus like these, they were so simple. Truly. She had a great offer, great brand. We just had to make a few tweaks. This happens all the time. But the level of nuance that I was able to provide her requires hands-on, custom, bespoke support. I can't help her by handing her a course, right? Like maybe I could teach these things and maybe she'll be like, oh, damn. Okay, I lowered the price out of fear. Shouldn't have done that. Oh, damn. Nobody was talking to me and I freaked out, and out of fear, I started talking to everybody. And I've gotten a little desperado in my messaging. Okay. Oh, okay. Way too many barriers of entry. Let me like fix that. Let me get a decent little DM script to clean it up. Let me clean up my sales page so it's super, super easy and a no-brainer for people. This is why I do what I do. So when it comes to what it is that you do and how you do it, what level of support is required for you to create the level of transformation that you want to provide? There are a lot of Walmarts out there. There are probably, no doubt, more Walmarts out there than custom jewelry stores. There are probably more Zales or more Kay's jewelers than custom high-end jewelry stores. But they're still jewelry stores. And they're probably doing really well, maybe even better than the Kay's jewelers, on some level. But they're not doing that because somebody said, hey, this is a trend. You need to sell custom bespoke jewelry. They're doing that because they can't imagine doing anything else. Because they want to serve the person who is willing to invest in a piece of art to wear. So again, the question isn't, is high ticket coaching dead or not working anymore? Or is this type of content the right thing? Or is this level of pricing the right thing? Or based on what's working now, what's right or what's wrong? That's not the question. The question I want you to get more in the habit of asking yourself is, what makes the most sense for me, my values, my business's mission, and the client that I want to serve in this season? This can always change later on and probably will. I doubt I'll be doing high ticket, high touch coaching in 20 years. Probably not, but I love it now and I do it now. So moving forward, here's the juice. I want to empower you to be steadfast in what makes the most sense for your business and mission moving forward forever. Amen. Okay? Social media is a blessing, as we know, and it is very loud. We also know that too, don't we? There will be a trend and opinion against and for whatever it is that you want to do. If you look, you will find somebody saying this thing works or this thing will run your business into the ground. Both are out there. So if your way of doing business right now or the way that you want to do things in your business is currently on a downtrend, according to freaking Darla, the data queen today, hold on a few days because it's probably going to be the next it thing before you know it. That's how this works. Okay. So let me tell you the paradoxical online business secret to success. Okay. In case you haven't heard this yet, or it's been a minute, let me tell you the paradoxical online business secret to success. Every type of offer, every type of pricing, every type of content, every platform, every strategy, every niche and non-niche works. It all works. Every single piece, every single example. Give me any situation, any recipe of any of those things. I will show you somebody who is a gabillionaire with that exact model. But it only works if you are consistent with it, committed to it, and dedicated to mastering it. If you're constantly looking around and wondering if you're doing the right thing and testing this for a bit and then moving on to this for a bit and you're stop and go, you're always going to be an amateur. Thus, you're always going to get amateur results. Experts and the people who are thriving are the ones who have mastered the specific strategy and mix of business values and, what makes their business and their overall strategy over time. They've mastered it. You have to stick with it. If every single time Alex freaking Hormozi scratches his balls and tells you that's the new cool thing to do, and then you go and scratch your balls even though you don't have any, it's going to get weird. And I love Alex Hormozi, but everybody has an opinion. Everybody, even me, right? Even me. So who do you listen to? That is your call. It's your call. Listen to who you want. But if I had a freaking dollar for every woman that I talked to who said, well, so-and-so said this, and then so-and-so said that. It's like, yeah, well, so-and-so and so-and-so have different types of businesses and different opinions. It works for both of them. What works for you? Have you thought about which one works for you? No. Oh, okay. Let's do that. Let's do that. But I get it. It's very confusing. It's very, very confusing. So if I were you and I wanted to save myself a major headache, not to mention a lot of results, or a lot of lack of results, rather, I would pick a lane based on my mission, values, and ideal client. I would pick that lane, I would put my blinders up, and I would dedicate myself to that strategy for at least 6 months to a year. At least. Put your head down. Take the time, decide let's be thoughtful and intentional with the strategy, right? Make sure we're doing the right things. But then once you land on that, okay, based on my mission, based on my values, the lifestyle that I want to live, the amount of work that I want to do, the amount of hours that I want to work, and the type of woman that I want to serve and the way that I want to serve her, this is the price points that I'm going to use. This is the type of offers I'm going to offer. This is the type of marketing I'm going to put out into the world. These are the platforms that I am going to dedicate myself to mastering first. Ready, set, go. Head down, blinders up, go. Go. Do not stop. Do not stop. Do not scratch your balls and do not stop. Okay? So, is the coaching industry dead? Is high ticket coaching dead? Who gives a damn? Who gives a damn? And who says? That's so preposterous and redonkulous. And all the S's. We don't have time for it. Serve your people, serve them well. Become the absolute best in your industry, and you don't need to worry about trends because you've risen above them. You're the outlier. How about that? You're the exception to the trends and the rules. I like that. Okay. And I like you. Go get it. See you next week. Bye.